The movie starts in a luxurious room where a man falls from the ceiling and lands. As soon as this man arrives, he starts solving the puzzle of this room. To get out of here, he needed a 4-digit code, and meanwhile, this room starts shrinking from all sides. This man tries his best to find the code, but before he can, the room shrinks and this man gets crushed between its walls. After this, the story goes back 3 days, and we see the main characters of this movie, who are Zoe, who is a physics student, Jason, who is a very wealthy stock trader and works to increase people's money, Ben, who is a poor and alcoholic person, and he is the same person we saw getting crushed at the beginning of the movie. These 3 all receive the same puzzle cube. They each succeed in opening this puzzle cube in their own way. Inside it, they find an invitation card. As soon as they enter the building, their mobile phones are taken away. But a second layer, Danny, had brought a secret mobile with him. These 2 go into a waiting room where we see the 6th and final layer, Mike, who is a truck driver. They all chat with each other a bit, and the receptionist there tells them to sit for a while. Ben tries to go outside this room to smoke a cigarette, but the door handle comes off. Danny, who is an expert in escape rooms and has now 193 escape rooms, tells everyone that perhaps this waiting area itself is their escape room, and tells everyone to find a puzzle. Mike finds a screwdriver inside a book, and Zoe tries to open the door using numbers written on a book. This doesn't open the door, but the entire room starts heating up like a heater. Amanda gets scared and goes to the receptionist to ask for a clue, but she answers everything in a scripted way. Ben sees that the fire extinguisher kept here is also fake, and Zoe finds a key inside it. This key belonged to the receptionist's desk, inside which there is not a person but a robot dummy. After this, things get even scarier, and this entire room becomes sealed and turns into an oven. Amanda is the one panicking the most. Zoe realizes that the key to getting out is in the coasters on the table. She finds 6 coasters on the table there, and pressing them together will open the way out. Everyone presses those buttons, and Jason starts going out through that path. He sees that at the end of this is a door that can be opened with a screwdriver. After this, Mike, who had found the screwdriver, also goes into that vent. Then everyone realizes that if they keep going out one by one, who will press the button at the end? Zoe gets an idea and places a glass filled with water on the button. After this, Amanda and Zoe also go into the vent, where they see that Amanda is very panicky due to PTSD. We see a flashback of Amanda, and she was a military soldier and had survived a lot of difficult situations during the war. Danny and Ben start placing glasses filled with water on the coasters, but for the last glass, the water runs out. So Ben fills the glass with his own urine, and both of them escape the room just before the end time. As soon as they leave, the entire room catches fire. All the people go through the vent and come into another room. Everyone is very scared, but Danny says this is just part of the game, to scare them, and nothing to worry about. Amanda says to start the game, and she calls the police from Danny's phone, but there was no signal on his mobile. With no other option, everyone starts looking for another way. There was a 7-letter word logo on the door of this room. Mike finds written on the wall here, "You will go down in history." This gives Ben a flashback from a few years ago when he drove drunk and caused an accident in which 4 of his friends died. At that time, this same song was playing in Ben's car. Ben also finds some deer heads in the room, and from the letters on them, he figures out the combination. After unlocking the door, they all reach a cold place, and it felt like they had come outside, but that wasn't the case. This is another escape room made to look like that. Danny touches the wall here, and the AC starts inside this room. Now they have to face extreme cold. They also find a warm coat in this room. Amanda says they will take turns wearing it. Mike finds a fishing rod on a pedestal. Meanwhile, Zoe finds a magnet from the mouth of a fake bear. There was also an ice hole on the floor of this room, inside which might be the key to getting out. Mike attaches the magnet to the fishing rod and puts it inside the hole, and something comes out from its water. This was a very large piece of ice, inside which was the key to get out. But they have to get the key out of this ice. Danny asks Ben for his lighter, which Ben throws on the floor. When Danny goes to pick up that lighter, the ice beneath his foot breaks, and he falls into the freezing water. Danny keeps spinning inside the water, and the others couldn't see him from above. After a while, Danny dies from drowning. Seeing this, everyone gets badly scared and realizes that this is not a game, and their lives are at risk here. Everyone starts arguing, and Jason says they must get out of this room quickly, otherwise they will all die like Danny. After this, everyone melts that piece of ice with the heat of their hands and pulls the key out. Meanwhile, Jason also gets a flashback where he was stuck in a similar situation. Opening the door with the key, everyone escapes from this room. After this, these people come into a third escape room, which was in a lavish casino. Except it was upside down, and it felt like they were standing on its ceiling. There was also a large elevator in this room, which had brought these people to a great height. A timer was also playing in this room, and as soon as it stopped, a part of its floor would drop down. Meaning, every few minutes, this floor would keep falling. Mike notices that the 8-ball is missing from the pool table, and perhaps they need to find that. Amanda, showing her airmanship, climbs up and sees a safe that requires a 4-digit password to open. Zoe also sees a large sliding puzzle on a ball. When she solves it, she gets a 4-digit password. But that still doesn't open the safe. Just then, by mistake, Zoe falls from the floor and becomes unconscious. Meanwhile, we also see a flashback of Zoe where a plane crashed in an accident, killing Zoe's entire family. Only Zoe survived that accident. Jason brings Zoe to consciousness and takes her to a safe place. Zoe tells Amanda that since this room is upside down, the code should also be entered upside down. Doing so opens the safe. Inside the safe, Amanda finds the 8-ball, which was the handle of some door. But now Amanda had to take the ball to the other side of the room, and most of the floor was gone. Amanda tries to go to the other side while hanging, but her ball falls on the last part of the floor. To catch the ball, Amanda jumps onto that floor, throws the ball to Jason, but the last part of the floor also falls down. Amanda catches a telephone wire, but then falls down from there and dies. After this, the remaining people go into the 4th escape room, which was made like a hospital room. All the layers recognize the beds and room kept here, because items related to their past were kept here. Also, their medical files were here. Zoe reads Amanda's file and finds out that Amanda had gone somewhere on a mission and was rescued a few days later. Jason was rescued from an avalanche. Ben was the sole survivor of a car accident. And finally, Mike worked in a mine shaft where an accident happened and 10 of his colleagues died. From all these things, they realized that one thing common among them was that they were all the lone survivors of their respective accidents. And now, these people want to see who among them is the luckiest. That's why they have been called to this game. Whoever is controlling this game already had information about all of them, and based on that information, they were called to play this game. Also, each room was designed according to each layer. For example, the first room was for Amanda's last trauma. The second room was connected to Jason's past. The third room was connected to Zoe, because she is now afraid of heights. And this fourth room is connected to Danny. Danny's family died in a carbon monoxide gas leak, and he was the only survivor. And now if these people don't get out on time, they will also die from this poisonous gas. Jason and the others start finding clues in the room. Meanwhile, Zoe says we shouldn't play the game according to their rules, and she starts breaking all the cameras in the room. Ben finds 3 syringes here, from the sign on which Ben gets a clue to an ECG. Jason also finds an ECG machine here. Jason puts the machine on Ben's chest, hoping that his heart rate will open the exit door. But Ben's heart rate is very low, so Jason puts it on Mike. His heart rate is also low. To increase it, Jason gives Mike an electric shock. This increases Mike's heart rate, but the door doesn't open, and due to the shock, Mike also dies. After this, time runs out, and the poisonous gas starts filling the room. Jason realizes that perhaps they don't need a fast heart rate, but a slow heart rate registered on the machine. He puts the machine on himself and sits calmly. This slows down his heart rate, and the exit path opens. Jason escapes from there without waiting. Ben asks Zoe to come along, but she refuses. Ben leaves without Zoe, and Zoe also becomes unconscious due to the gas. Ben and Jason reach a strange-looking room. Here, Ben blames Jason for killing Mike, and they start arguing. Jason confesses that he didn't leave his jacket behind, but he actually drowned the other person to wear that jacket himself and survive. Jason didn't survive because of his luck, but because of his choices. After this, both see a door in the room. They open it together and find that there is some kind of drug on its handle, which intoxicates them, and they start seeing strange things. This room was for Ben because he is always intoxicated. Searching the room, Ben finds an antidote, but there is only one. So Jason tries to kill Ben. Finally, due to Ben's push, Jason's head splits open and he dies. Ben takes the antidote and comes out of the intoxication. After this, Ben falls into the final escape room, which we saw at the beginning of the movie. This room was designed for Mike because he was trapped in a similar mine. On the other hand, we see the same hospital room where some people had come to clean up and dispose of the dead bodies. But then they realized that Zoe is still alive through an oxygen mask because she had broken all the cameras, so nobody knew about this. Zoe immediately knocks out both people and takes their gun and moves forward. Meanwhile, we see that Ben got crushed inside the room, but he uses a sheet and climbs up the chimney and survives. After this, Ben comes out and goes to a bar house. Ben finds the game master there, who was controlling everything from behind the scenes. The game master explains that nowadays games have become too safe and boring, so these people created these dangerous escape rooms, and this entire game is watched by some very rich and powerful people. Also, they bet on which layer will survive. So basically, all this is done for entertainment. Ben asks, since he survived, can he take his prize and go home? On this, the game master says that the horse that wins the race doesn't get the prize, but the one who bet on that horse does. After this, the game master tries to kill Ben. But then the game master realizes that Zoe is still alive, and that he himself has now become a part of the game. Zoe shoots the game master, but he attacks Zoe. After a brief struggle, Zoe breaks a bottle on his head, and Ben shoots and kills him. After this, Ben and Zoe exit the building. The police don't find any evidence there to prove Zoe's story true. They cannot trust Ben's word either because illegal drugs were found in his body. After this, the story goes 6 months ahead. Zoe and Ben, forgetting their trauma, are about to play a new game. Ben suggests forgetting the old things. Zoe tells him that she has extracted connections from Minus's people, which is the name of a building in Manhattan. Meaning, the next game will be played in this building. Zoe has also booked plane tickets for herself and Ben. She wants to go there and get these people caught. She convinces Ben to come with her. After this, we see a plane whose engine is on fire, and it crashes into a mountain. Actually, this is also an escape room, which is the coming sequel, and with this, the film ends. If you like this video, please like it. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss any update. I'll meet you very soon with a brand new video. Until then, take care.